everybody. I'm pretty excited because I have a special guest here. And the guest I'm bringing you is a long time friend of mine. I'm going to make him blush this morning because Terry from Afterburn, Terry Blizzard, is too humble to brag himself. He's my go-to for advice for anything I need for fitness right now. He's got a wealth of knowledge. He's produced more professional athletes in the East Coast than anybody else in Canada. If this guy was in California, globally we would know him, and I mean this. I'm trying to get him a little bit red right now, but I kid you not, he's got the tools, he's got a following like nobody else. And this time, as a small business, he's got 2 locations. He's not even losing any of his clients because they're so loyal, and you can really set aside his clients from any other clients locally. And I'm here to share his wisdom. He's going to give you some practical tips. We're going to talk about sleep today, exercise. I'm going to ask key questions I'm getting from you to get the answer from an expert right now, Terry. But first, I think, Terry, we should talk about the importance of exercise. I think that people underestimate the value of good sleep. Everybody's stressed right now. Everybody's glued to the TV. I always said that we can talk about your REM sleep, your circadian rhythm, your biological clock, but at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you navigate yourself in a routine to good quality sleep because you have many immune response. That's all we've been talking this week. We have special cells from your immune system that navigate these cytokines. And probably every time I talk to Clint first because she says, don't talk to me like I'm a scientist, lay down. But cytokines are really special protein peptides that navigate and are there to fight for you when you have an immune response, inflammation. But these guys, when you don't have a good sleep, if you piss them off, like they're bipolar. They'll screw their arms and they'll say, the heck with that. I'm going to punch you right in the face and create a storm you don't want to have. So sleep is extremely important. So Terry, in your field, I mean, you've worked with high-level athletes. Some of them, they're revved up, they need to sleep, they're getting ready for an event.
Most important thing.
Or just the average person. So what would you suggest as far as timing exercise and what exercise right now people should be doing at their home?
Yeah, so usually, that's one of the biggest questions I get is when's the best time? And I said, there's no perfect time. Do it when you can. So everyone's schedule is different. We don't live in a perfect world. So whenever you have free time to do so, that's when you want to do it. So you have to kind of set aside not tons of time, 20, 30 minutes. It doesn't have to be a couple hours at the gym or anything like that. Set a time, 20, 30 minutes, 4 or 5 days a week. Start small and kind of add to that.
What about walking and going in nature? Is there any values of walking right now because you don't have your fitness center?
Yeah, so most of us know most fitness centers are closed right now, including mine. But this gives an opportunity to do other things. So getting out, disconnecting is huge right now. Stress levels are very high. So getting out in nature, especially in St. John alone, I mean the parks, Urban Nature, Rockwood, getting out for walks, hanging with the family, doing family activities, clearing the mind, helping yourself relax is probably a crucial time right now, and not adding more stress to your body because we are on a heightened awareness right now because of all of the social media, things like that. So I think that's super important to disconnect and get to nature.
And I've been talking about food and supplement this week. I'm a big fan of food first, supplement last choice. But Terry, if you had to choose between, and Terry is pretty much old school like me, believes in doing the things the right way, what works. If you had a choice between taking supplements or a pill to reduce stress and anxiety or doing exercise right now, which one would you choose?
Definitely exercise. And I was talking to Bruce before we came in. I want to explain to people that if you are under stress and things like right now, maybe it's not the greatest time to put more stress on your body. So talking about walking, talking about and doing things, stretching, mobility, yoga, deep breathing exercises. This is stuff that a lot of us don't have time to do, they say. So doing it now, taking the opportunity is a great time. So we want to help decompress the body, keep stress levels low, and sometimes if you add more stress to it, your immune system will drop. Bruce has been talking about this all week, keeping that immune system high. So this may be the time to just stretch, deep breathing, going for walks, things like that.
And Terry, one question that arises, since we're now talking about weight loss, everybody wants it. he said the best time. He's quoted that, and I believe in this. But you know what? Okay, I've been listening to all these experts. I want to exercise, and I go to bed at 9:30. But I'm giving myself a really good sprint workout, high intensity before going to bed. Would you suggest it's the best thing to go to sleep?
Definitely not right now, especially. But yeah, so you don't want to get your adrenaline all that revved up. So you want to more at night. Talking about sleep. Disconnecting yourself from the phone. You talk about blue lights the whole time. So getting off social media 60-90 minutes, letting that come down so you produce your melatonin, super important. So maybe reading a book, disconnecting from things, grateful thoughts, mindfulness. Put good thoughts in your head, especially 60-90 minutes before you go to sleep.
And one thing I think I've learned this from you, but before going to bed now, I put thoughts of the type of exercise I will do in the morning.
Yeah.
It seems to be better. I'm under a lot of stress. I'm not complaining, being an entrepreneur and having companies across Canada right now. So I put thoughts, and yes, it is you. You suggest that way back, and I find it works really well because then I feel I'm kind of autopilot when I get up in the morning.
Yeah.
As far as for exercise, do you think that this is prime time to take all kinds of supplements when you're exercising, pre-workout or anything as such? What's your opinion on pre-workout drinks right now?
Pre-workout, so my thoughts on pre-workout is sleep is the number one when it comes to recovery, stress, things like that. It's been linked to so many things, getting in the proper REM sleep, connected to dementia and Alzheimer's, and basically you're cleaning your mind when you sleep. So if you have a stimulant, even earlier in the day, I don't know, caffeine, all that lasts a very long time in your body. So you think it's wearing off, but we don't end up getting into that deep sleep. So maybe scratch the pre-workouts, get a good night's sleep, lots of good food, and you actually might have more energy because of that, and you won't be crashing and things like that.
Yeah, and you make better food choice too. It's been proven. Those stimulants might rev you up and blunt your appetite, but comes in effect later on during the day. You're wondering why you're nibbling and munching, you're crashing down, you're moody, and this is not the time to be moody. I kid you not. I'm talking from the perspective of some of my friends. I was talking to a friend of mine in Saint-Anne-de-Beaupré, Quebec. He was a little bit cranky, but I said, you know what? Let go of those stimulants. What the heck are you doing? You're not sleeping. You're revving yourself
Just
up.
heighten your anxiety, heighten everything. Right?
And it says, well, Bruce, the magnesium is not working. Well, of course not. I said, you got about 1,200 milligrams of caffeine. You take some ephedrine. Are you crazy, right?
Yeah.
So exercise. Now, this time of year, I suspect people will start having issues with their lower back. What would you suggest as far as core exercise?
Sure.
Walking is great, but what would you suggest sitting so much?
So as funny as it sounds, sitting is the most stressful exercise you can do to the body. And we all sit way too much. Even I'm guilty as it too. So getting up and just moving your joints every 40 to 60 minutes. I know a lot of us are working from home and things right now. So just getting up and moving. So just literally going from your ankles to your neck, just literally rotating ankles, spine, shoulders, just moving, just get lubrication in the joints. And motion creates emotion. And the more you move, the better you feel. So core work, like I said, perfect time right now, taking 2 or 3 minutes. There's lots of stuff. You can Google a 5-minute core workout. So maybe in through the days, while we're at home and things like that, especially now, maybe just Google on the YouTube, 5-minute core workout, mobility, flexibility, yoga, and just take 5 or 10 minutes and focus on you, especially now, and help your stress levels come down.
And I'll take that back. This is the kind of humble guy he is. As an entrepreneur, Google, YouTube. Google Afterburn. We're here to support local business. And I kid you not, if you search his name, Terry Blizzard, Afterburn, their team absolutely amazing. Email them, send them questions. They're always there. They're not going to say, where's your credit card? They have a fantastic group of people. But if you're going to YouTube or Google, this is the guy you want to go to. And on top of that, we have a connection now because he'd be more willing to answer your questions.
Sure,
he wants to keep his business alive, just like any of us. But at the end of the day, I know he's going to survive the storm because he's got his following, he's got his success that he's built. And we kind of started at the same time. I mean, Terry and I, we have a lot of start because he started in a very small boutique style. We thought we were all that in the back of gym. I started in the basement, right? But we've progressed to have our followers. And the reason I want to share Terry with you, and hopefully he's going to come back and give you more suggestions, that what he has to offer works. He's not inventing it, he practices it, he lives it, right? And at the end of the day, we're here to bring you value in your life. And another thing too, why I choose Terry is because I think he's as good as a dancer as I am. Except we have a drink or two. We think we're good dancers, but we're not good dancers at all.
Yeah.
So guys, happy Saturday. Go out for a walk, disconnect, have fun.
Yeah.
Learn to social connect. Huddle if you can with groups. One thing for sure is that tomorrow I'm bringing you into my house. We're going to show you the benefits of bone broth, not just drinking it, from cooking the whole chicken to a slew of recipe you can do for the rest of the week, and why it's also vital, important for immune system. And I want to keep interacting, because if I can disconnect you to reconnect you, I'm bringing value to your life. And at the end of the day, this is my mission. And guess what, guys? It keeps me in line too, because right now it's a very challenging, difficult time. Every day I'm going to be giving tips, but I'm trying to promote our market because we're trying to survive as a business here. There's no lying about it. I'm in survival mode right now, just like many other business. But we want to bring values, and it's comforting to all of us. We all need to come together. Thanks for following. Thanks, Terry.
Thank you very much, guys.
After burn performance. All right, take care. Bye-bye.
See you guys.